Hey everyone, we're back again today, and I want to first of all say that we have a puppy who is eating by the side of me, so apologies for that. I feel like a lot has happened in the last 24 hours energetically, personally for myself, and I feel like exactly what is happening right now, me wanting to film puppy chewing by the side, me thinking about the noise. I'm actually very precariously set up because this is not my space, and I've got a jigsaw puzzle in front of me that is 3/4 of the way finished. And everything is a message, right? And before, just as I sat down, 2 pieces of the puzzle fell on the floor that I put together yesterday, and I picked them up and I thought, actually I'm going to show which 2 fell off, and I thought, this is going to be something for someone. So I feel like this is an extension of yesterday's reading. I feel like this is how it's going to go on this channel. There's always going to be a message in the video the day before, so I'm always going to tag those in the description. But I feel like I'm hesitant to share too much about what's been going on for me energetically, but I'm just going to let the cards speak for themselves. You've got the Knight of Swords. You've got the Six of Pentacles. You've got the Seven of Cups. And you've got Judgment. Okay. So what I'm getting is that some of you are right on target. You are right on target to receive something. But something's making you question where you are right now. It's like your hand is hovering over exactly what is yours, and something's making you stop and question it. And I think for some of you, you are going through another death and rebirth of soul, of acceleration, of energy, of ascension process, whatever you want to call it. But there is something that is stirring within you that is making you hesitant. And for some, you can trust this hesitancy, and for others, you need to not listen to it. You need to not listen to just the noise, I want to say, around you. Because yeah, you know what's best for you. And this was on the bottom of the deck as I came to shuffle these cards, the 10 of Cups. You know what's best for you. So you don't need to hesitate in your decisions. Yeah, because some of you are right at the beginning of your journey. And, you know, I can very much resonate with this message too, as, you know, not being a novice to where I am in life, but I am starting again. So there's new things that I'm learning. This is a whole new expression for me in some respects, but I'm seasoned in the game of life. That's what it is. You played the game of life so well before. Yeah, and that's why it's time to reap the rewards. For some of you, you're really not trusting in your pathway in your life and everything that you've already experienced. And for some, like, the distraction is so loud, like puppy chewing in the corner. It's like, you need to get still. Yeah, with the moon here. Some of you are, I don't want to say in mass illusion, because it feels like the illusion is only surrounding you. And this message came through yesterday, this idea of not seeing yourself clearly, and that being connected to body dysmorphia somewhere. And before I sat down, I went and got myself a massive cup of water, and I got the message, and I was really hesitant to share it, but the idea of, you know, eating rather than drinking water. So please be sure to be drinking and hydrating yourself, because there might be something in that for some of you. You're missing the hydration. I'm being drawn to the moon here. So yeah, some of you need to fill up on water right now. Yeah, because this is going to help cleanse your mind too. It feels like there is a staircase that you are yet to climb. And you've been prepared for this time for the longest. And puppy's finally laid down, bless him. So I think some of you, you are tired. You're tired in the game of life. And I get it. Believe me, I can resonate with this more than you could possibly imagine. So take that time to rest now, because something is coming in for you. And it's not even that it's close, because you're already living it. And I feel like that's the bit that's been the missing piece for the longest time for so many. You're already walking the path. You're not searching for anything, because you're already doing it. And, you know, it's like the sun is just behind this 3 of Pentacles card. And I said something yesterday about the red mandala and the red string. Like, you've been following the string for the longest time that is bringing you to exactly where your soul has led you. And I think this is why perhaps there is a disconnect right now, because some of you have gotten back into your head. You've gotten back into your mind. You've gotten back into logic instead of listening to your soul and your heart. And try and work out the reason why this shift has happened. And I think for some of you, it's just because you're feeling everything very differently. And I'm hearing, it's kind of like you slip through the cracks of something with those two cards separating there. Like you slip through the cracks of something somewhere and you didn't get stuck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you didn't get stuck. And I'm hearing me sneezing is like there was like a release of energy. Like you snuck through something just as the doors are about to close. And I think no one saw this coming. For some of you, no one saw this coming. They just didn't see where you are right now. Yeah, Seven of Swords. I feel like, for some of you, you are on the cusp of something really miraculous, and it's really going to pee some people off because they just didn't want this to happen for you. But you tempered yourself in everything, which is why it's all coming to you now. Water is very important for all of you. Whoever's watching this message, you need to get into more bodies of water, take intentional baths or showers. It's like if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's a lot more sunny now that we've gotten deeper into coming up to summer. So I feel like in order for the sun rays and the high vibrations to be able to sink deeper into you at a cellular level, the body needs to be more hydrated. So you need to triple what you are drinking now in terms of water intake, everyone, to be able to be receptive to these frequencies. And I feel like there is a convergence point that is happening right now. And this is what I've been going through behind the scenes. And it's like the old paradigm crossing over with the new expression of where we are heading. And I'm seeing it from all spectrums. I've been very heavily guided to watch a very Christian-based channel that gets into all the things that you would do in a woo-woo spiritual space. And I've been watching for some time, and I thought they are right on track with a lot of things, but something still feels out of balance to me. And they brought me through some pretty heavy duty spiritual warfare that I definitely feel like I've been connecting to for the longest time, if not all of my life. And I feel like this is now where we get to exchange understandings with one another. And I'm going to put out a video at some point, which I will tag over here when I do that, wherever I do that, because I feel like we are all now coming together to be able to share what we've learned so that we can see the commonalities, perhaps the anomalies, and be able to help each other and be like, hey, I think I experienced something similar, and maybe it's this, maybe it was that, and I feel like there is something that is still hidden for so many, and this idea of a whole different way of existing is upon us. And I feel emotional sharing it and saying it because I think for the longest time I just didn't think it was going to happen, and all of a sudden it's here. And somewhere that's terrifying, somewhere that is absolutely terrifying. And I think some of you can resonate with this too. Yeah, with the Eight of Swords, it's like having your true reflection mirrored back to you in the lighter sense after you've been through a lot of darkness is one of the most terrifying things that I think you can experience, because it's like putting the spotlight on you. And I feel like this is how some of you feel right now. And yeah, it's making me want to stutter. There is a spotlight on you and you feel it, and it's making you feel under pressure when all you have to do is just relax and be yourself. And this is for every aspect of life. Whatever you're feeling pressure in right now, all you have to do is keep showing up and keep being you. Whether this is being taken into a work setting, into a personal setting, and then I heard the bedroom, this idea of, I don't know what to call it. There is just a spicy energy that is around that keeps coming through, and I'm being called to share it. So there is something, someone, some space that you don't feel qualified for, but you're qualified for all of it. And there's always going to be learning. You don't have to be perfect. And I think this is for recovering people pleasers, and also what do I want to say? It's going to be different for everyone. But recovering addicts, I'm hearing too, and recovering those that have been in submission or suppression of any kind. And then the Lover's card is what I put my next hand on. So this is for those that have been in, you know, perhaps toxic relationships for a very long time. You feel like loving connections are coming towards you, if not already here, and it's becoming painful. It's becoming painful to perhaps see the dissonance of where you have been, and also to understand that, you know, you are worthy exactly as you are. And I think that that is something that is very, very difficult to maneuver through when you've been through a lot. So take it slow, take it easy, but you have support. And I want to say, come back to your spiritual hygiene, come back to your spiritual strength. And I feel there's just this calmness and this stillness that keeps washing over me when I come to sit for these readings. And along my journey, you know, a lot of people have said I speak very, very quickly in my readings, and I could feel that too. And it was like just so much was coming in at such a high velocity that it felt like it just had to come straight in and straight out. But I think I've gone through an integration process where now I can hold on to this energy, and that's safe for me to do so. But also it's a space of what I'm communicating isn't just coming, you know, through me as a channel. I'm embodying now that frequency also. So I'm sharing that in case that resonates to some. You know, perhaps everything that you've been doing up until this point doesn't make sense anymore, and you're wanting to do something new, you're wanting to try something new, whether this is professional, personal. I think it just is across the board. If your energy is elevating, everything is going to shift around you. And I think some of you are perhaps in analysis paralysis, but also you might be fearful of doing the wrong thing, saying the wrong thing, and you can't. Yeah, you can't. And for some of you, you are very, very tempered in your energy. It's just others around you that don't allow for you to see your true self. And I think for some, you're thinking of a past version of you somewhere. This idea of not seeing self clearly. Everyone that is watching this, please take some time to sit with a notebook and write to yourself. Scribe out, you know, who you thought you were and who you actually are now, in terms of, you know, automatic writing that expression too, and just allowing for your higher self to step forward and share with you who you actually are in this present moment. Mirror work, especially, to speaking kind words of affirmation to yourself naked in the mirror, whether this is, you know, without clothes or just simply looking into your eyes, which are the windows to the soul. You can never tell yourself a lie. And when I found out this trick, it was actually very, very scary to do, because when you look yourself in the eye, you understand that it's your soul that is speaking back to you, and there is a calm but also a density to that energy when it steps forward. And I think some of you are now embodying a different version of your higher self. So everything might feel quite dense right now when you're used to feeling quite light. And yeah, it's interesting. I wanted to change my posture. I realized that I was like crunching in, and I think for some of you, that's the space that you're in. You're just like, oh gosh, like everything just feels a lot. And I think everything is happening for you all at the exact same time. So you might want to just spend some more time cultivating energy around you to be embodied into you. Sitting in your own bubble of energy is one of the most potent and powerful things that I've ever done. So do that. And I think there's something about getting upside down. And this is something that I used to do when I very first started to awaken. So being upside down and just letting everything just wash out of you, out through the crown, so that you can fill up with more. Because for some of you, there is a lot of dense energy still stuck within your body that you're needing to work through and move through. And you know, if you'd like to work with me, I'm a Reiki master practitioner, energy alchemist, all of the above. How to contact me is in the description, but you can do this for yourself too. So look up frequencies, chakra alignment frequencies, look up energy body, what that means, you know, clearing your aura, because I think there is definitely something about your own personal practices coming forward right now for you to communicate with yourself a little bit differently. Yeah, so that you don't feel left out. And I almost don't want to put this card down, because for some of you, you really have cleared that abandonment wound, and I think for some reason you think that you are still in there, but you're not. Oh gosh, yeah, for some of you, you are so powerful. And I hate to use the word power because I think it holds negative connotations, especially where we are right now, with regards to society, the world, etc. But you are so freaking powerful, it's unreal. So remember that and reclaim that. Yeah, and it's in your heart. Your heart is your strength. confirmation of Pup there. Your heart is your strength, so continue to come back to your heart, because I feel like there is an energy within you that, yeah, you're fighting yourself. Puppy going to try and bark at a dog over the fence. And for some, yeah, this is why I keep sneezing and the throat. You need to work on your throat chakra and speak in what your true heart is sharing with you. And for some, this is an ascension that is going to happen really soon, and I can literally feel my vocal cords contracting as I'm trying to share it. And this is how some of you have been experiencing life up until this point, is that you've had to restrict self. You've really had to restrict self. You've really had to not share what you were truly feeling somewhere. And Puppy's going crazy outside. So that is confirmation of, you know, there's been a lot of conflict around some. Come on, come inside. Come inside, drop the ball, drop it. Good boy. Apologies everyone. I'm being called to keep this in, so I'm just gonna go with, yeah, for some of you, you really need to speak up and tell others what you need and what you want and what you won't accept. And it's such a strong energy coming through me. For some of you, this is what's going to shift your reality. You need to speak about what you are experiencing and say that you're not going to tolerate what has been happening up until this point. And I felt this shift around myself very, very recently. Something completely just went into the other extreme of expression, and I just went, whoa, how did this happen? And it's because I shared that there were some things that I just wasn't going to allow in my energy anymore. So trust where you're being guided. And it's so interesting because there is so much coming forward, yet I feel like I'm a step back. And this is what I said in yesterday's message. I feel like I'm a step back from all of this hoo-ha, hooray, something. And that's not celebration. I don't know why those words came through. It's not me. It's not, the celebration energy is not there, but it's just like all of this fragmented energy, or this scattered energy from others, or this conflicting energy from others, you've been removed from. So trust in that too, because yeah, it's like you don't need to fight anymore. For whoever's here, you're done fighting, so don't fall back into that trap either. But I'm being told to pull and to call on maybe the forest fae in this expression too. The Northwood fae, take time to hibernate and healing. Time to heal, everyone. It is time to heal deeply, more deeply than ever before, and this is with ease. And for some, you know, you might be going through your shadow seasons again, depending where you are in your hemispheres, but there is some deep alchemical processes happening within your body. The Troll Fae, follow the secret signs as treasures can be found where you least expect them. And yeah, hand mudras keeps coming out to everyone. So if you want to look up hand mudras, please do, to help align your energy, because there's something very deep to that process too that I think is connected to past lives for some. And then we've got Owl Sun, whispering secrets to the moonlight, find strength in stillness. And the stillness and the moon is something very, very potent to all the divine feminines that are here. Masculine energy. Also, but I'm also hearing not so much get into the earth. It's like we're burying the men underground, and the divine feminines are speaking to the moon. And you know, I really try not to be gender specific, but I think there is something to that right now. Really understanding the divine masculine and feminine energies in their truest form. So however you resonate with that energy, you know, do what's best for you. Everything is welcome on this channel. The Soothsayer, travel the road seldom taken. And I just love this card. Look how cute they are. And like, yes, I will follow you absolutely anywhere because you're just the cutest. And for someone, this is how someone feels about you. And I really wanted to draw attention to this little face in the tree here. That's a confirmation for someone. Yeah, there's always something just hidden in these expressions. And for some of you, what's been hidden is that your hands are the most healing. This is perhaps something that has been an acceleration for you of late. Your hands are so healing. And you might get compliments on your hands often, and I'm hearing that it's not because your hands necessarily, you know, look the best, but people can see the energy that they hold. So they say, oh my gosh, your hands are beautiful. Or someone might have said this to you recently. It's because of the energy that they are possessing. Yeah, apologies, Puppy is really wanting to play. So I feel like I'm going to have to just pull a couple more cards, everyone, and I'm going to have to shoot so I can play with him. Shooting, that's something. Shooting stars. What did I watch recently? I watched a movie that was very interesting. Am I going to share that? I'm not going to share that. Okay. I will just tag it in the description if anyone wants to partake in that, because yeah, it was quite an interesting movie. It left me with a lot of feelings is what I want to say. But I'm pulling from the Little Frog Guide to Self-Care. And yeah, self-care is key right now. I'm allowed to feel the emotions moving through me, and I'm allowed to let go of them when I'm ready. And I think this is the main message for some. You're still working through things of the past, and that's okay. But allow for yourself to just feel and say, okay, that's enough now. For some of you, it's like you're pulling up things that don't need to be pulled on anymore. You've healed it, which feels like such a strong message. I thank my body parts. Example, I'm thankful for my hands. You can't make this up. I'm thankful for my body parts. Example, I'm thankful for my hands and for all the ways that they help me. I swear I've never seen this card before. I only got this deck yesterday after just speaking about the hands. And you know, nothing should surprise me at this time with synchronicity, but you can't write it. Speaking about the body, affirmations to self, and thanking the hands. The pinky finger is something. That's so funny. Yeah, my favorite things about me when I was really in the height of my EDs was my pinky fingers and my pinky toes, because I just thought they were so cute, and that is where I started with my self-love journey for self. So you know, I'm getting vulnerable here. That's there for some. I am worthy of my dreams as everyone else. I'm as worthy. Wait, okay, I can't read it. There's something about these cards, I can't read them. And I think this is this hesitance for self-care for so many. It's like I can't even see clearly. And for some of you, this is that message again of you have to come back to self-care because you're not seeing something clearly, because you need to come back to your own frequency, your own energy, and to clear out some past like glug I'm hearing. There's still things stuck to you from a past paradigm, a past expression, a past timeline that you're still working through, and that's okay, but all you need to do is just let go of it. You're not taking it with you. So I'm gonna start again. I'm as worthy of my dreams as everyone else. And like, you know, he almost looks disgruntled, this little frog. He's almost like, yeah, I am. And that's how your teams of light want you to be right now. Like, yeah, I am. I can have it. I'm allowed it. I can do whatever I want. That is the message. 2207 on the clock there. And that's it for today. That's it. That is it for it. I can't speak. That is it for today, everyone. There is something so interesting going on with energy. For some of you, someone is going to really stutter around you, and this is going to help you understand just how much energy people feel in your energy, is what I want to say. So be on the lookout for that, because it's something the words weren't coming. But that's all for today, and I'll be back again real soon. Take care.